the cold silence of space, where stars burn like distant lanterns, humanity faces its greatest challenge yet. At the Nexus Hub, a sprawling galactic station teeming with alien life, humans are still newcomers. Known for their resourcefulness but often dismissed as overly sentimental, humanity is about to prove that compassion can be a strength, not a weakness. One day, an unexpected arrival shakes the station to its core. The Dracarians, towering, reptilian apex predators feared across the galaxy, step into the chamber. Their shimmering green and bronze scales glint under the artificial light, and their piercing yellow eyes scan the room with predatory precision. These creatures rarely seek help, let alone admit vulnerability. But today, they've come begging. Our cubs are dying, growls Oracle, the leader of the delegation. His voice rumbles through the walls, silencing even the most outspoken diplomats. We have tried everything. Nothing works. All eyes turn to Dr. Emily Carter, a xenobiologist who never imagined she'd find herself at the center of an interstellar crisis. Clutching her data tablet tightly, she steps forward despite the tremor in her legs. "I'm Dr. Emily Carter," she says, her voice steady despite the storm inside. "If you'll allow me, I'd like to examine the cubs and see what we can do." Oracle narrows his eyes, studying her like prey. "You believe your knowledge can save them?" "I believe we can try," she replies firmly. "Humanity has developed unique ways to care for the young and vulnerable. If we combine our methods with your understanding of their biology, maybe, just maybe, we can give them a fighting chance." The Dracarians hesitate but finally agree. They bring forth 3 fragile cubs, their once vibrant scales now dull and cracked. The sight tugs at Emily's heartstrings, but she knows there's no time for pity. She and her team spring into action, setting up an isolation ward within the human sector of the Nexus. Every movement is scrutinized by the ever-watchful Dracarians, especially Oracle, whose presence looms over the entire operation. Using advanced scanning technology, Emily identifies the culprit, a parasitic microorganism devastating the cub's respiratory and digestive systems. It thrives in the humid swamps of the Dracarian homeworld, but is mutated into something far deadlier. "We need to stabilize them first," Emily explains to her team. "Hydration, nutrition, oxygen levels, they're all critical." As the humans work tirelessly, the Dracarians remain silent observers. Days pass, and slowly, the cubs begin to improve. Their breathing steadies, and their scales regain some of their natural sheen. For the humans, it feels like progress. For the Dracarians, it's still too soon to celebrate. But tension erupts when one of the cubs, Lyra, goes into respiratory distress. Alarms blare as Emily rushes to stabilize her. Before she can act, Oracle storms into the room, his towering form radiating fury. "What is happening to the cub?" he demands, his voice low and dangerous. "She's having a reaction," Emily answers without looking away from the monitors. "I need to stabilize her." "You will not interfere further," Oracle barks. "If she is too weak to survive, it is not your place to prolong her suffering." Emily freezes, his words cutting deep. To the Dracarians, survival of the fittest is law. To her, giving up is unthinkable. "She's not weak," Emily says, turning to face him. "She's fighting. And if we act now, we can save her." Her defiance stuns the room. After a tense moment, Oracle steps back. "You have one chance, human. If she perishes, it will be on your hands." With renewed determination, Emily and her team stabilize Lyra. As the cub's condition improves, a flicker of respect flashes across Oracle's face, but only briefly. He masks it quickly, though the shift is undeniable. The incident sparks heated debates among the Dracarians. Some, led by Elder Jackal, argue that the cubs should be returned to their natural environment immediately. Prolonged human intervention, they claim, weakens their instincts. "They are strong enough now," Jackal declares during a tense meeting. "Any further interference will only coddle them." Emily clenches her fists, stepping forward. "If you remove them now, you'll undo everything we've worked for. They're still vulnerable. Taking them away would be a death sentence." Jackal sneers. "Are we to believe your artificial methods are superior to the instincts that have guided our kind for generations?" "It's not about superiority," Emily counters. "It's about giving them the best chance to survive. Isn't that what matters most?" The room falls silent. All eyes turn to Oracle, who speaks after a long pause. We have seen what the humans are capable of. Their methods are unorthodox, but their results cannot be denied. The cubs are alive because of them. To ignore this would be to ignore the truth. Jackal bristles. And what truth is that? That we've grown depending on these fragile creatures. Oracle turns to him, his gaze fierce. The truth that survival is not a solitary endeavor. The truth that strength can take many forms, including the strength to accept help when it is needed. The words hang heavy in the air, shifting the tide of opinion. In the end, the decision is made. The cubs will stay under human care until fully recovered. Weeks later, as the cubs prepare to return home, Emily watches with mixed emotions. Myra chirps softly, as if reluctant to leave. Emily smiles, whispering, "You'll do great out there." Before departing, Oracle approaches her one last time. From a satchel, he pulls out a small, intricately carved pendant, a Dracarian sigil of trust. "This is given only to those who have proven themselves worthy," he says, handing it to her. Emily takes it, her fingers brushing against the cool stone. "I don't know what to say. You have already said enough," Oracle replies. "You have done more than we could have expected." As the Dracarians depart, Emily reflects on what they've achieved. Humanity didn't just save 3 lives. They forged a bridge between 2 vastly different species. In a galaxy ruled by power and instinct, they proved that empathy and compassion could transcend even the deepest divides. And so, humanity's reputation grows, not as warriors or conquerors, but as guardians trusted even by the fiercest predators in the stars.